Hello children, good morning to all. Welcome back to online classroom of Sri Gokulam Guruvayur. In the previous class, we have learnt about the important concept in consumer behavior, that is utility. What is utility? Utility is the one satisfying power of a commodity. It refers to the satisfaction derived from the consumption of goods and services. Then it can measured either in cardinal way or in ordinal way. And also learned about different types of utility, that is total utility and marginal utility. So today we will discuss about an important theory in utility or consumer behavior, that is diminishing marginal utility. Let's start our section. The law of diminishing marginal utility. This law was first given by a German economist, Gaussen. That is why it is also popularly known as Gaussen's first law of consumption. So what is the law of diminishing marginal utility? This law states that as the stock of goods for consumption increases, the utility derived from it decreases. And well-known economist Marshall also states the law as the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. I repeat, the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock of that he already has. Here, the additional benefit means utility or satisfaction. If increase in the consumption of a good, benefit or satisfaction diminishes with every increase. As we go on increasing consumption, the satisfaction from next consumption will goes on diminishing. In simple words, according to the law of diminishing marginal utility, as a consumer consumes more and more unit of a commodity, the marginal utility derived from additional unit goes on falling. For example, let us say you are having chocolates. The first chocolate that you have will give you the maximum amount of satisfaction. Then when you have second chocolate, you will derive less satisfaction from it, because when you consume the first chocolate, you did not have any chocolate and you have high desire to have chocolate, and with the consumption of first chocolate, your desire or wants satisfied. It derived the maximum level of satisfaction. But when you have the second unit of chocolate, you again derive some level of utility or satisfaction, but it is not equal to the first one. It always be less than the satisfaction derived from the first chocolate. If you also have third chocolate, so what will happen? In the third consumption, the satisfaction you will get diminish furthermore. Okay children? So let us understand this with the help of a schedule or a table. You are already clear with the concepts of total utility and marginal utility. In the table, if a person consumes first unit of a good, the utility derived from the first consumption is 10 utils. So the marginal utility is 10. So the total utility is also 10. Now in the consumption of second unit, it decreased or it derived 8 utils of additional or marginal utility. That means utility derived from the second unit of consumption decreased to 8 from the utility derived in first consumption. In the third consumption, marginal utility or additional utility again decreased to 6, and in fourth consumption it declined to 4, and in fifth unit marginal utility is 2. And that is when the consumption increases, the utility derived from additional consumption goes on decreasing. The satisfaction level that derived from the sixth unit of consumption is 0 because the person is done with consuming that commodity, that is consumption of that commodity is no more giving him any happiness or utility. So, what happened when he still continue consume? He consumes 7th, 8th and 9th unit of commodity. The satisfaction level become negative. That is negative 2, negative 4 and negative 6. So, from this table, we can understand that when the consumption increases, the utility derived from that consumption will goes on decreasing. Then when we look at total utility, what about the total utility? The total utility is the sum of marginal utility. It is the cumulative value of marginal utility. At first unit of consumption, MU is 10, so TU is also 10. At the second level of consumption, TU become 18 because the person derives 10 utils from first consumption and 8 from second consumption. So, the total utility is 10 plus 8. So, that is 18. Okay. The third unit of consumption, 10 from first, 8 from second and 6 from third. So, the total utility is 24. Likewise, at fourth level of consumption, total utility is 28 and fifth level it is 30 and in sixth level also have the total utility of 30. Because, what is the reason? Because marginal utility of sixth unit is 0 and seventh unit of consumption total utility is decreased from 30 to 28 because the additional or marginal utility at this level is negative. So, 30 minus negative 2 is 28 and TU again decrease in 8th and 9th consumption. From this table, you can understand that the additional utility derived from additional unit of consumption goes on decreasing. This is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Next, we are going to discuss about the relationship between marginal utility and total utility. Look at the screen, you can see a diagram. Here, it is the diagram of total utility and marginal utility. From this diagram, we can understand the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. The first one, as long as MU is positive, TU increases. This is the total utility curve and this is the marginal utility curve. Then, if MU is positive, here this side MU is positive, TU increases. When MU falls positively, TU increases at diminishing rate. Then when MU is 0, at this point MU is 0, TU is maximum. This is the maximum point of total utility and this point is known as saturation point. At this point, the consumer will get maximum amount of satisfaction. Then after this point, MU become negative. If MU is negative, TU decreases. That means beyond the fifth unit, further consumption gives this utility. These are the main relationship between total utility and marginal utility, and also total utility is derived from marginal utility. It is the sum, total utility is the sum of marginal utility and it is calculated by TU is equal to sigma MU and MU is also derived from TU and it is calculated by MU is equal to delta TU by delta Q that you have already discussed in the previous classes. And there are some assumptions related to the law of diminishing marginal utility. They are, first one, cardinal measurement of utility. It is assumed that utility can be measured in quantitative terms such as 1, 2, 3, etc. Then second one, standard unit of measurement. Unit of measurement should not be very large or very small. For example, consumption of water should not be measured in drops or in spoons. It should be measured by a glass of water. That is, there should be a standard unit of measurement. Then the third one, continuous consumption. There should not be time gap between consumption of goods. For example, if a person consumes the first apple in the morning and second in evening, the law will not applicable. In this case, the law will not applicable. We are continuous consumption of goods and services. Then the fourth one, MU of a rupee remains constant. What is MU of a rupee? MU of a rupee means how much satisfaction derived from spending 1 rupee. That is the MU of rupee. So this law assumed that the MU of rupee remain constant. There is no change in the MU, marginal utility of a rupee. Then the fifth one, fixed income and price. It is assumed that there is no change in price of goods and income of a individual. These are the assumptions of law of diminishing marginal utility. If it is satisfy all these conditions, the law is universally applicable. But in certain cases, it will not work. Such cases are treated as exceptions of law of diminishing marginal utility. So, what are the exceptions of diminishing marginal utility? The first one, hobbies. Okay. In the case of hobbies like stamp collection, coin collection, etc., every additional unit gives more satisfaction. So, in the case of hobbies, the law of diminishing marginal utility is not applicable. Then the second one, drunkards. This law is not applicable in the case of drunkards or drug addictors or alcohol addictors, as intoxication or temptation increase with every successive dose of liquor. Then the third one, misers. Greed increases with additional acquisition of money. In the case of money, this law is not applicable. Then fourth one, music and poetry. A repeat hearing of some music and poetry gives better satisfaction than the first one. Then the fifth one, reading. More reading gives more knowledge. A person who loves reading would get more and more satisfaction with every additional book. Okay. So these are the exceptions of law of diminishing marginal utility. That was today's section. Today we have discussed about the law of diminishing marginal utility or the law of DMU. What is diminishing marginal utility? This law states that if consumption increases, the utility derived from that additional consumption will go on decreasing. Okay, it is an important concept related to utility or consumer behavior. For the additional knowledge, you have to watch the URL that attached with this video and also attend the test paper and download your notes. So children, we will meet in the next class. Bye.